And the Bulls start out with the ball. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Josh Giddey. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's White in at the 2 spot. Here's Indiana. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Now here's Giddey. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Vucevic, and he can't bank that one in. Siakam outside. To the left wing. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, you love the confidence from Pascal Siakam. Ready on the catch, rise and fire. Done.
Outside ball. Back to Giddey. Over to the left wing. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by White.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And here's Indiana. It's a three-point game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Anytime someone can knock down mid-range J's, it opens up the floor. Nikola Vucevic doing just that.
To the paint. Turner inside. Vucevic defending. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And it's Giddey in the corner. Outside, White. Pass to Buzelis. Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Vucevic. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Vucevic has got 6 points. Halliburton passes to Turner. Lets the three fly. The shot's good from Halliburton. He's got 5.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Yeah. yourself on the screen. You showed your best moves. Let's go.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Neesmith. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Jones subbed in for Ball. Dosunmu, no good from outside. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Tapping a screen on Smith. And a wide open look for Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam now with a tighter handle, now can manipulate the defense as that guy dictating action in pick and roll play.
Now here is Smith. Pass to White. A 3-ball. Traps in the tray.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Down low. Here's Siakam. And again, it's Indiana.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Pacers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
We've got Walker. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Drills it from outside. It's been a few years now, Dort. Point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
And finished off by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
Screen by Smith. Here's Giddey. Got it. Good job in the low post. Giddey's got 5.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Halliburton with the bucket.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Williams sets a screen for Giddey. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Indiana leading by 3. Halliburton up top. He's guarded by Williams. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
But frame of Halliburton makes you think he can't finish through contact, but folks, that's a wiry, strong frame right there.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw this game. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith is checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Giddey. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Pass the ball. Will it go? Siakam pulls it in. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Halliburton for 3. Sinks the triple. 13 points in the game.
And just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Indiana. And the Bulls making a change also. Trey Jones is checked in for Josh Giddey. Jones looking for an opening. Vucevic against Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic down low. He's against Turner. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Vucevic. Siakam, right side. Turner with the screen. 32 seconds left now here in the second. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Ball dishes to Jones. Vucevic setting the pick for Jones. Pass to Vucevic. Over Turner. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Vucevic has got 10 points in the game.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer, great size, great touch.
Here's Siakam. Great look there, but off target. And so it's the Indiana Pacers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White, and it's Ball in at the point. Back to Giddey. Now here's White. Nembhard covering. Buries it from three-point range.
And Ball, such a high IQ player. Superb at knowing when to take that triple.
Ball against Halliburton. Here he goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 17.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Turner with a screen on Ball. Halliburton, that's good.
Boy, always ready to play up-tempo basketball. Tyrese Halliburton stops on the pull-up. That is nice.
Vucevic against Turner. Pass to Buzelis. And here is Giddey. Here's White. The rebound by Turner.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And finished off by Siakam.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
Bulls trail by 11. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Neesmith. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. 1:31 left in the third quarter of the game. Halliburton passes to Turner. To the inside. Here's Mathurin. Good.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Vucevic down low. Turner covering, and the shot goes down. Vucevic has got 12 in the game.
Well, this is about the stellar interior game of Nikola Vucevic. Defender in his grill, no problem.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Siakam, high post. Turner with a screen on ball. Here's Nembhard. And he banks in the layup. Nembhard's got his first bucket in this one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And he makes that one. 10 points for Lonzo Ball.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And here's Halliburton. Sinks that one from the post. Halliburton's got 9 points here in the second half. Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Indiana Pacers. And of everything he's doing well, it's his... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Walker out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Halliburton. It's T.J. McConnell. And it's Toppin in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Walker a screen on Jones. Halliburton in the corner. Spins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Two things you love here. How confident Halliburton is offensively. The second is not afraid to take punishment while he's shooting the basketball.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Patrick Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jones. Inside, here's Neesmith. And Neesmith with the slam.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Outside, White. Pass to Vucevic, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Turner with a screen for Siakam. Over Buzelis. And the shot falls short this time.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done.
Siakam outside. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Ball. Over Halliburton. Ball, no good. Pacers leading by 5. Siakam passes to Halliburton. And the layup is good. Halliburton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And Vucevic kicks to Ball. That one good for 2. Ball's got 12 points here in the second half.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
Halliburton, that's good.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
And Turner at the basket on the assist by Halliburton.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Halliburton. Banked in off the glass. Halliburton's got 30.
Halliburton just has a knack for understanding what his team needs, and that was a big-time clutch delivery.
Inside, Vucevic. Yes!
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Nembhard. White covering. Nembhard, the pass to Nesmith. Now, here is Halliburton. Back to Nesmith. Indiana moving the ball around. And Giddey over to help. Just 5 on the clock. Siakam for 3. It's good from long range. And the Pacers lead by 7.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Vucevic down low. He's against Turner. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, that's power and focus of Nikola Vucevic. Hit him, slap him, doesn't make a difference.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Knocks down the 3.
Incredible. The rookie Buzelis coming through at the biggest moment of the game. This kid is special.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
At the line for Indiana.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
2 shots.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's White. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times.
matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. They've got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Bridges in at the 2. That one's good for 2.
Well, that takes such tenacity just to get in there. Brunson battling through the inside contact.
And Carroll with a screen on Brunson. The 3 from Suggs. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Brunson, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And the 3 off target.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Brunson. Here's Towns. Oh, nice D from Carter.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Outside Anunoby. Bridges, a screen on Wagner. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Orlando has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
And here are the Knicks now. Orlando making their last shot. Back to Brunson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Well, the lefty listed at 6'1", Jalen Brunson. It's a bit of a different matchup. He's just so physical, and he can play on and off the ball. Dare I call it funky?
The Magic making a switch here. Bataze's checked in. Achua's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Bridges. Both free throws good from Brunson. A minute 35 left to play in the first. Outside Carter. Back to Suggs. Outside Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wagner for 3. Buries it from 3. Wagner's got 6 points.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Orlando making some changes. Isaac, he's checked in for Carter. Anthony comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Hart passes to Towns. And here's Brunson. Lets it go from 11. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 6 points for him.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, he's right into that shot.
Here's Black. Pass to Anthony. Here's Black. Second chance effort. And another basket for Orlando. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Brunson passes to McBride. Back to Brunson. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and he gets that one.
Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. 4-3. He buries it from 3. Here's Brunson. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time. Whoa!
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Magic leading by just 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Cameron Payne out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Here's Batase. Oh, Robinson with a block.
Hard to score when Robinson's down there being a factor.
Bridges outside. Back to McBride. Pass to Anunoby. Up top, Robinson. Anunoby with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bridges. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for New York. Towns comes in for Robinson, and Payne is subbed in for McBride. On defense, the Knicks. They trail by 1. Pass to Black. Up top, Carter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Robinson, he's checked in for Achiuwa. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Payne. Pass to Towns. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here he goes. Using his size, Banchero gets by inside.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Out of bounds, it'll be magic ball.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Black. McBride, he's checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for Payne. Carter against Robinson. The 3 from Banchero. And it's New York with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Batase's checked in for Banchero. Achiuwa's checked in for New York. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Suggs against Brunson. 5 to shoot. Launches it from deep. The shot comes out. Magic leading by 5. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Carter against Achua. Now here's Wagner. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Wagner's got 9.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Pull-up jumper, such an essential part to Brunson's game.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
Outside Carter. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Wagner for 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Brunson. From outside the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now? Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the 3. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Towns, that's good.
Fantastic use off the bounce by Towns, getting all the way to the rim.
Magic leading by 5. Wagner outside. Out to the right wing. Hard against Banchero. Banchero from close range.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Outside Anunoby. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Brunson. Another one falls for New York.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Banchero against Hart. Incoming, Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, you talk about it factor. Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. The 3. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Anunoby against Wagner. Pass to Carter. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks trail by 4. And here's Brunson. Towns taking his time here. 3-pointer. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Banchero outside. Wagner outside. Takes a 3. The shot no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Brunson. And that misses. That would have put him up. Orlando's gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Suggs outside. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. Suggs has got 6.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Brunson against Suggs. Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. Great D that time from Suggs. Orlando leading by 4. Banchero outside. Caldwell Pope to pass to Banchero. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Pass to Hart. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns a screen on Suggs. Here's Brunson outside. And again, the Knicks missing.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Here's Banchero. Now Suggs. Brunson defending. The 3 from Banchero. Unable to get that one. And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their play has earned them a and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime the guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, OG Anunoby out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Campaign. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Banchero outside. Puts up a deep 3. Banchero missing again. And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Payne with the bucket.
Throwing off his defender to get to the shot. Campaign with a nimble move.
The Magic shooting an amazing 61%. Looking confident. Here's Black, defended by Payne. Black passes to Anthony. Soft touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 5.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. Magic leading by 5. Caldwell Pope finds Suggs. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Banging his way through, Jalen Brunson.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Yeah, when it's all clicking, Banchero is dangerous. Look at what he's done so far.
Here's Brunson, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs. .152 left to play in the fourth quarter. Steps back. Here's Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Carter, and the tip in on the offensive boards. And the Magic lead by 7. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Brunson with it. Oh, Brunson off the bump.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges scoring the basketball.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Banchero. No good from outside.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Shoots from 14. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
And Bridges elevating his game.
Woo! Pass to Banchero. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. The free throw drops for Banchero.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
Let's hear it for you.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brunson up top. He's covered by Suggs. Brunson misses, and he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Magic.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Amazing just how trusted Brunson is with the basketball.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
At the line for
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. So it's Orlando picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the How about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Mitchell. Counted from distance.
You love how confident Donovan Mitchell is. On the catch and shoot opportunities, there's no hesitation.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And that one's good. Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own three. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
A nice shot by Mitchell.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Right side, Porzingis. can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy at 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
And Cleveland making a change here. Hunter's checked in.
At the line, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line with one shot.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, BA, at 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Now here's Brown.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Shoots from 14. Cavaliers with a rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Out of bounds, it'll be Celtics ball. And a guy who's won so many music awards recently, Jack Harlow in attendance.
You know, though he's a Louisville native, he grew up a Boston fan. And according to him, it was the Kevin Garnett trade that really made that happen.
Now here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. Outside White. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
A big group substitution here for Boston. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. And Cleveland with a change here too. Okoro's checked in. Now here's Hunter. Pass to Garland. Now Mitchell for three. Cleveland again missing. Brown against Garland. Brown, that's good.
But this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Here's Garland. Outside Hunter. Back to Garland. Shot to stop the run. And he lays it up and in.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Yes, it's good.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Mitchell. Hunter passes to Okoro. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Outside, Brown. Here's Cornette. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Some good action already in this one. But a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Torrey Craig. Then there's Al Horford. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's the Boston Five. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Boston with some changes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Craig. Strus, he's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Green. Now here's Garland. Outside Strus. The three. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Pass to Garland. Goes up on the wing. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Now here's Garland. Outside Strus. Outside Hunter. From deep. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. The 3 is up. And again, Boston with the triple.
How about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
Cavaliers trail by 4. And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
And Boston with some changes. Horford, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavs. Mitchell comes in for Jerome. Now here's Holiday. Donovan Mitchell with a board.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Craig is checked in for Horford. The 3 from Craig. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Garland. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
You see the quickness of Garland on display right there. He's working amongst the trees, no problem.
To the inside, to halt the run. Porzingis, that one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 5 points.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Cavaliers on top, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court for the Cavaliers, Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Strus in at the small forward position.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive, nice.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Good on the bucket.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
Here's Holiday, trailing by 2. The 3, Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 8.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Allen outside. Mobley outside. Garland, a good look. Tatum pulls it in.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Here's Porzingis. The shot won't fall. Cleveland has gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far. Oh, Mitchell gets it done inside.
Boy, the floater game from Donovan Mitchell is effortless, folks.
Outside White. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Sends it home from three-point land. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Down low. Here's Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
I tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
Outside Mitchell. Mobley outside. And here's Strus outside. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. And then Tatum slams it in.
Oh my goodness, Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Can they get it? And Garland with the lay-in. Garland's got 8 points.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. 1 second left. No good there. And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics out in front, up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far.
Oh, wow! Incredible!
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Here's Jerome. Fires for three. Fires in the triple. Jerome's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Pritchard. Tatum inside. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior, yes, sir.
Cavaliers trail by 5. Garland, the pass to Wade. And here's Hunter for 3. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Craig from downtown. It's rebounded by Wade. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. To the middle. Left side, Garland. Left block shot on the way, and that's good. Off the glass that time.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of Darius Garland on full display. This guy is skilled at creating opportunities.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
First one falls for him. And so Tatum nails both of them.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Mobley against Tatum. Mobley on a screen. Here's Garland. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
I love it, Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Pass to Mobley. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 7 assists in the game. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Allen.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
Pass to Mobley. Now here's Strus. Count it, and the foul. That one on Tatum.
I tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And Cleveland has possession, trailing by 4. With a 9-footer. Cleveland again missing.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Sinks Makes it from distance.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. How about the young big man, Evan Mobley, coming through in the clutch? We see you, young sir.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Here's Allen. Outside Strus. A shot from the high post. He connects! And now they trail by just 4.
We've seen a lot of points tonight, but we've also seen a lot of poor defense as well.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
Garland for 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound, and they go to the intentional foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he does get the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And Mobley gets it to go.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
And a deep 3 from Garland. No good. So we see Boston get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill.
Tough to wear down either team in this matchup because of their depth.
And Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you've got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 slot. Turner passes to Nembhard. Halliburton outside. Back to Nembhard. 5 to shoot. Turner with a screen on Caldwell Pope. A shot by Nembhard, no good. And the Magic with possession. And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues Clark to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Caldwell Pope finds Wagner. Here's Banchero. A fresh 14 for Orlando. Six to shoot, and finished off by Banchero.
The defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Outside Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Yes, that goes in.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Banchero is screened for Wagner. It is the triple. That's good from Banchero on the assist from Wagner. Banchero's got 5. Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Now, here's Banchero. Following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 3. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This will give them a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Anthony Black in for Jalen Suggs. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Nesmith. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Here's Black. He's covered by McConnell. There's Wagner with the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Outside Mathurin from the arc. The three-pointer is right on target. Mathurin's got 5.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And here is Anthony. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc, and then some. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Magic up 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Magic.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. We've got Obi Toppin. T.J. McConnell is out there with Halliburton. Then it's Walker, and it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. Walker is screen on Anthony. Halliburton drives in. It's stolen by Banchero. Over McConnell. And it falls over the rim and in. Banchero's got the lead up to 9 now for Orlando.
And wow, look at the quickness there from Banchero getting the shot up in a hurry.
McConnell kicks to Halliburton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Nice, smooth jump shot from Anthony. I like him in that medium range area.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. And it's Suggs in for Anthony. Indiana also making some changes. Turner comes in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Indiana moving it around. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Clock at 6. Turner with the screen for Mathurin. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Mercy, mercy me. Benedict Mathurin. Spectacular throwdown.
Suggs looking around. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Suggs has got his first points of the night.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads.
Timeout.
I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Siakam is checked in for Indiana. Nesmith comes in for Halliburton. Here's Wagner, and finish off by Wagner.
Wagner able to bounce to the rack and throw it down, and he'll do so just about any time he has the opportunity.
G.A., when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Basket good. Suggs has got his second bucket.
A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
Outside Mathurin. Pass to Turner. Now here's Nesmith. He's defended by Wagner. For 3, Siakam. And the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Carter outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Carter. Wagner outside. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Wagner's got 8 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor. Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so that's the end of the first half. Magic lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Now Caldwell Pope hasn't made one yet. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Wagner with the right back at your answer on the three. Pretty impressive right there.
Pass to Nembhard. Now, here's Siakam. Turner with the screen for Siakam. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Carter sets the pick for Wagner from downtown. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Halliburton passes to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Suggs. The shot's good from Halliburton.
Remarkable judgment in the pick and roll. Halliburton reads these situations extraordinarily well.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Suggs. The rebound by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Nembhard. And here's Halliburton. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Suggs, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Suggs has got the lead up to 9 now for Orlando.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
And Clark, we're looking at Franz Wagner here. What makes him so effective?
Well, his size and mobility, a rare combination, and how good he is instinctively at the defensive end of the floor. I mean, he can get out and get in a stance and guard guards, and he also can bang inside with big physical guys, and he's very fluid in his motion. Great agility. Love watching that young fella play.
Black's checked in for Orlando. Pass to Wagner. Here's Black. Suggs in the corner. Here's Banchero. And he's good on the three ball. And now it's a 12-point Magic lead.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Top of the key, Siakam. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Siakam's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Anthony comes in for Jalen Suggs. Indiana also making some changes. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Shepard comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Indiana moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. And the wide open shot from McConnell connects from three-point range. McConnell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Outside Anthony. And it's good off the back rim and in. Anthony's got 7. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Walker. Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Toppin in at the 5 spot. Here's Mathurin from 13 feet. It goes down.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Here's Anthony. Here's Bitadze. Off target with his 3. Mathurin against Banchero. And it's Mathurin missing. Magic leading by 11. Down low. Here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Hard not to love the combo of speed and length on Isaac. I mean, that gives him a chance to give you some serious throwdowns.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Anthony. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith is checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And that one's good, Suggs.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Nembhard the pass to Turner. Halliburton in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Over Suggs. The shot's good from Halliburton.
Whenever that mid-range jump shot is available, Halliburton is going to take advantage of it. He's a really good passer, but also an opportunistic scorer.
Orlando leading by 14. Pass to Suggs. Turner against Carter. Wagner outside. Back to Carter. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Siakam looking around. Great defense that time from Banchero. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. Pass to Banchero. Now Suggs. Here the step back. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 11 points for Jalen Suggs.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paolo Banchero.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Toppin sets a screen for Siakam. Cranes the three-pointer.
Siakam. 3.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harris with it. Pass to Black. Isaac a screen. Fires from deep. A nice shot by Black. And the Magic lead by 16.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance.
Is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2. And for the Celtics, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we've got two of the elite teams in the Eastern Conference duking it out tonight, Brent.
Well, at this point in the year, B.A., you wonder, will these teams face each other in the playoffs in the early stages? I don't think so. They're super confident about having an elevated position in the playoff format. That means the later rounds. So these are great tests about the intensity that both of these teams from the East can bring to a contest.
Now here's Tatum. Lets it go from deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bridges. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
Consistent shooter like Bridges loves to get openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
Outside White. Back to Holiday. And stolen by Brunson. Bridges against White. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Three-pointer, no good. Outside Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
White against Bridges. Towns a screen on White. Here's Bridges. He has 7. Towns for 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Outside White. Brown with a screen. 4-3. The Knicks pull it in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Back to Holiday. Pass to White. Shoots over Bridges. White can't hit.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Outside Brunson. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Tatum looking it over.
His selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Knicks leading by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
We've got Al Horford, Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. Puts up a deep 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Payne, the pass to Achua. Bridges outside. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
Tatum passes to Hauser. And here's Horford. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
These are his first free throws of the game. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Hauser.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Bridges against Holiday. Tatum, a screen on Bridges. Here's Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. 3-point lead. Pass to Bridges. Right wing. Towns on a screen. Here's McBride. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Boston with some changes. Brown, he's checked in for Horford. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And a switch here also for New York. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. The shot by Holiday, no good. New York leading by 5. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Here's Brown. On the break, Jalen Brown.
Can't pin the blame on the defense. Sometimes Brown makes challenging shots right in your face.
Here's Brunson. Boston with a rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And this is what makes Brown so dangerous. His ability to slice and dice physical defenses to pieces.
Pass to Towns. Now Anunoby. Now here's Brunson. No luck on that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. Brown passes to White. Porzingis against Achua. Outside, Brown. Tatum, a screen on Anunoby. And here's Brown for 3. Bullseye! Jalen Brown!
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Brunson surveys. Over Holiday, and that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got 5 points. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game, and we'll be back right after this.
21, the Knicks, 21. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jalen Brown.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the court right now for the Knicks. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at the center position. Hart from long range hits the trifecta. Hart's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
Outside Tatum. Tatum showing off the strength.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Bridges. The kick out to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Drops in the 3. Bridges has got 12.
Yeah, so far the defense has not learned much from the lessons Mikal is teaching them.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Celtics Entertainment.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. Outside White. Over Bridges. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Towns outside. Pass to Hart. Here's Anunoby. Bridges outside. Just 5 to shoot. Fires it. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Porzingis finds Brown. Oh, look at Brown banging inside.
Yeah, taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Towns on a screen. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Outside Holiday. Porzingis for 3. From deep range, KP hits it.
It seems very natural when he's out there at the three-point line and uses that kind of rhythm. Porzingis, nice look.
Anunoby on the wing. Outside Hart. Bridges outside. Right side Brunson. Over Holiday. Brunson misses. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Tatum. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. For New York, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Brown. Back to Holiday. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Chua's checked in. Outside Brunson. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
First team foul.
Fires from way outside. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. New York out in front. They lead by. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Torrey Craig. Then there's Al Horford. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Tatum inside. McBride covers. Tatum, good.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Right side McBride. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 3.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
Tatum from long range. And the three-pointer goes. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
A big group substitution here for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Brunson passes to Hart. Back to Brunson. Over Holiday. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And that in-between J, Brunson capable.
Boston trailing. Outside, Brown. To take the lead. And the Celtics another three.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Launches it. Porzingis grabs the board. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Holiday finds White on the wing. Tatum. There's the three. JT for three.
Look, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Holiday against Brunson. Some solid defense from Holiday. Boston leading by 4. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Misses the three. New York has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Porzingis. Brown scanning the floor. There's Tatum with the three. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Boston with a rebound. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Back to Tatum. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And here's New York now. They trail by 9. And Anunoby for 3. Connects from downtown.
Anunoby for 3.
And an intentional foul right there.
Jalen Brunson, first personal foul, first team foul.
"16 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the Celtics.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Knicks call time here. They're behind by 7. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Bridges misses. So we see Boston get the win here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
That's so true, but you have to credit the
Full front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Ball, Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in at the 2 guard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Ball. Jalen Suggs making his last shot. And it's White missing. Caldwell Pope on the wing. White covering. Here's Banchero. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Ball up top. He's covered by Suggs. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Vucevic dishes to White. Here's Giddey. Cans it from downtown. Giddey's got 5.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Richard, the steady improvement of Kobe White certainly has been fun to watch.
It certainly has, Kevin. He's starting to put it all together now, and it can take multiple years. We all knew he could score, but now his passing and his rebounding have also improved.
And the more Banchero knocks down shots, the more comfortable he's going to be in the league.
Back to Giddey, right wing. Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Suggs. Back to Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly. And the biggest reason Banchero went first overall, Paolo brings you playmaking ability at 6'10". He's got a very rare skill set for that size.
Now here's Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Here's White. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jalen Suggs.
And White is looking to make things happen out there. If he has to get physical in the process, that is not going to be a problem.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Trey Jones is checked in for Chicago.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
To the paint. Stolen by Ball. Fast break, Chicago. Here's Buzelis. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Ball against Wagner. Buzelis grabs the board. The Bulls leading by 3. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done.
Suggs passes to Bitadze. Lays it up off the glass.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's White. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wagner. And he comes up with the deuce. Here's Jones. Nothing on the board. Pass to Vucevic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. The second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And I really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Dosunmu. Josh Giddey is out there with Williams. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Jones in at the 1 spot. Here's Jones. Rebounded by Anthony.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Banchero is screened for Anthony. Isaac outside. Back to Anthony. Here's the triple. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Outside Williams. Giddey against Banchero. Williams has a screen for Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Anthony looking it over. Launches a 3, and the 3-ball is good. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Smith sets the pick for Jones. And the Bulls, another 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Banchero's got 7.
He's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. You just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Ball. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Wagner outside. Now Suggs. Back to Wagner. From past the arc. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Vucevic's screen on Suggs. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
This is the smart play by Ball, staying committed even while getting fouled.
It's his first trip to the line. Both shots good from the stripe. Orlando's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. Tries from 10 and off the front iron, and in it goes. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Herter. Here's Buzelis. Vucevic up top. 6 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And the Bulls with another miss. And finished off by Wagner.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Orlando out in front. They lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
In the backcourt for him, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Now, Buzelis. Pass to Giddey. Pocket 6. Vucevic a screen on Wagner. Giddey.
And just a disciplined defender. Carter Jr. uses his instincts to make his opponent uncomfortable.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Suggs. Banchero outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Giddey with the screen on Suggs. Here's Ball. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Ferocious move there by Ball, finding his finish while also taking the foul.
Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. To the inside. It counts, and the foul. That one on Vucevic.
And out of pick and roll, Carter does a great job of positioning himself for catch and finish opportunities.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Bulls trail by 5. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Basket counts. Giddey's got 7 points in the game.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
I agree with this. Try to jump on him, dictate the tempo, and seize the moment.
Bangs home the trifecta.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Blacks checked in for Orlando. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Williams has checked in. On the wing, Giddey. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Puts it up from 12, and the jumper is good. Giddey's got 4 points this quarter. 1:57 left to play in the third. Black kicks to Suggs. Wagner on the wing. Banchero outside. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Banchero's got the lead up to 6 now for the Magic.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Vucevic finds Giddey. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. He's got 11.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Magic moving the ball around. Here's Banchero. Black dishes to Banchero. No good that time. Bulls trail by 4. Outside Williams. Pass the ball. Lets it go from deep. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Suggs with the ball. Williams picks him up. And that one's good. Suggs.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Banchero against Ball. The 3 ball. Sinks the 3-pointer. Ball's got 6 points in the quarter. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Black. Giddey defending. Suggs. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the third. And here is Anthony. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Anthony's got 9. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Smith. Jones is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Williams. And it's Giddey in at the 3. 6 to shoot. Here's Dosunmu. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dosunmu's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bulls. Here's Black. Banchero outside. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Williams, a screen on Banchero. Here's Giddey. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Banchero against Giddey. Good on the bucket. And the Magic lead by 5.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Suggs in for Black. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Trey Jones. Banchero passes to Suggs. Wagner kicks to Banchero. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Pass to Vucevic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Banchero passes to Caldwell Pope. There's Wagner with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Wagner's got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic. 1:49 left in the game. Ball against Suggs. Here's Vucevic. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Magic leading by 8. Wagner outside. Here's the screen. Carter down low. Vucevic defending. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter.
How about the footwork from Ball, making it tough to get by him?
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Ball. Vucevic with it. Outside, Ball. Here's White. Misses the three. Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Wagner on the wing. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Banchero. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Vucevic against Carter. Vucevic with the bucket. And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Magic.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And the Bulls call timeout here. They're down by 8. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
$19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball from long range. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You can count on Vucevic to make a few clever handoffs. He sees what's happening at all times.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he does get the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound, and that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for Orlando, Wendell Carter Jr. 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And they recover it. And so it's Orlando winning this one. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson. When we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 spot. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, defense is there, guys. Porzingis just very difficult to stop, even in traffic.
Siakam outside. Shoots the 3, drills the 3-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Here's Halliburton. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. On the wing, Turner, headed by Porzingis. Shots good by Turner.
Boy, Miles Turner insisting on playing through the contact, gets the finish.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner. He said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
All right, David, thanks. Now, here's Tatum. Round the pass to Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
It's good.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. Left side, Brown. The three, 6 on the shot clock, and Drew Holiday with the three.
You want to be an NBA point? Take notes on Holiday running that pick and roll. Sometimes taking it yourself is the best option.
Now, here's Halliburton. Turner for three. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Now, here's McConnell. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blower. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
He hits the second from the line. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Brown. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now, here's McConnell. Outside Mathurin. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Brown outside. No good with the triple. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics lead by 1. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead. Yeah,
the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got Toppin. T.J. McConnell is out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's Walker, and it's Mathurin in at the small forward position. Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. And he drives in. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Pass to Mathurin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Matherin's got 7. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said he can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum against Siakam. Tatum no good. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Nesmith, the pass to Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Tatum. And a wide open look for Siakam. And he's good on the 3-ball. Siakam's got his second basket of the night. A minute 20 left in the second quarter. Fires from 14, and another basket for Boston.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Turner with a screen on Tatum. Siakam inside the three-point line. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Tatum against Siakam. Throws it down, JT!
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Siakam finds Nembhard. Nesmith with the ball. And Indiana, another 3.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The kick out to Tatum. There's Tatum's range on display.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. Turner with a screen on Tatum. Siakam for 3. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics. They're up by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. Holiday against Turner. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Pass to Nembhard. Turner with a screen on White. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Austin's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
And here's Tatum for 3. Nembhard grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Whoa! Tatum stretching his range.
Goodness, Jason Tatum from another zip code.
Halliburton kicks to Turner. 1:09 left to play in the third. Buries the long-range jumper. Nesmith has got 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Brown outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Halliburton on the wing. Indiana moving it around. Here's Nesmith. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And Brown throws it down hard.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Tries from 10. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 10 points for him.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And Tatum puts up a deep 3. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Celtics lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Walker out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Toppin. And it's McConnell in at the 1. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Up top, McConnell. Toppin sets a screen for Halliburton to take the lead. Toppin can't get it to go. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. It's a 1-point game. Here's Pritchard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Pritchard's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. Halliburton outside, and the wide open shot from McConnell. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove the time. 4th quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Here's Horford. And the shot goes in. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Well, this guy's such a polished player from this area of the floor. Al Horford, it doesn't get any easier than that one right there.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David.
One of the best aspects of Tyrese Halliburton's game is how under control he is. The recognition of the shot clock and finding a way to score.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tatum's got 25 points in the game. Siakam against Tatum. Siakam with it. Turner with the screen on Tatum. Outside Turner, beyond the arc. Sinks the triple.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
Pass to Siakam. Over Tatum. Porzingis with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Tatum no good. Pacers trail by 5. There's Siakam, guarded by Tatum. Siakam inside. Tatum on him. The turnaround jumper. Siakam misses.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Boston with it. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. White, wide open. He fires. Traps in the tray. And it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. Well, Siakam in the clutch. What a delivery.
29 seconds left in the 4th. So they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Jason Tatum continues to emerge, guys, as one of the most elite players on both ends. We know on the offensive end he's a dangerous three-level scorer. He's also capable of locking you up defensively.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Turner for 3. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
They get the rebound. Back to Siakam. Connects from downtown.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And they go to the intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Probably a little closer. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the 2.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Anunoby. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Bridges. Outside Hart. Brunson against Young. 6 to shoot. Towns a screen on Johnson. Hart from long range. The rebound by Atlanta. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
And New York has possession following the score by Atlanta. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. And here's Brunson from the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Okongwu, a screen on Brunson. Now Johnson. Here's Daniels. There's the screen by Johnson. Daniels misses. It's Bridges on the wing. Inside. Now here's Anunoby. Defense right on him. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. Okongwu with the rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Risacher. To the inside. Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. 54 seconds left in the first. Good on the shot. Brunson's got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Niang comes in for Daniels. And LeVert subbed in for Young. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. LeVert outside. The floater. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Knicks leading by 3. Outside Payne. Towns outside. Clock at 6. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And the Hawks making a change here. New York shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And that one falls for Towns.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
Here's Risacher. McBride covers. And Risacher gets it to go.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Gotta attack when you have that chance.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks out in front, leading by 4. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
They've got Terrence Mann, George Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Risacher in at the 2 guard. So that's the Hawks 5. And the ball out of play, the Knicks will have it. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
Niang, that's good.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Outside McBride. Screen by Robinson. Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Here's LeVert. And he converts the layup. LeVert's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Bridges outside. To the inside. Achua with the dunk.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now here's Young, picked up by Okongwu from the arc. Wow! Young from deep three-point territory.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Bridges outside. Outside Achua, pass to Towns. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Here's Young. Back to the basket by New York on the other end. The Knicks pull it in.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Bridges against LeVert. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, Bridges doing a good job fighting hard past the foul, even after the release.
That's good from Bridges. Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Niang. Risachet comes in for Mann. And Daniels is subbed in for LeVert. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for McBride. 1:35 left in the second period. Pass to Okongwu. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Brunson taking his time here. Brunson inside with the finish.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Risachet. Back to Young. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's where Young is just so comfortable. He lives well beyond the three-point line.
Towns outside. Back to Brunson. Look at Brunson, tough in the lane.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Daniels. 26 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Young. Brunson defending. And Young, here we go. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Defenders just too worried about Trae pulling up on the shot, so he took advantage and just flew by him.
Outside Brunson. Rejected by Okongwu. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Knicks out in front, leading by a point. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So on the floor for New York, we've got Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Brunson in at the point.
And leaking out well in transition. I mean, I like seeing Daniels get rewarded for hustling.
And out on the wings, Zach Risachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Atlanta has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Young goes in to the paint. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity three-point play. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks, trailing by 2. Okongwu against Towns. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The Hawks shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Risache's got his second basket of the night.
And you see how dangerous Risache can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department, and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Towns a screen on Johnson. Hart from long range drains the triple. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
Pass to Daniels. The 3 ball. And the Hawks with another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Risache. Brunson defending. Young looking around. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. A minute 31 left in the third quarter. A sturdy finish from Brunson.
Oh, wow. Brunson just getting sideswiped there and some strength to get through it.
Pass to Risache. Outside Johnson. Here's Young. And there's the drive. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Young. Okongwu, a screen on Brunson. There's Young with the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
Bridges outside. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks lead by 8. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Risache. A sweet little floater. Risache's got 7 points in the game.
And there's the ability to finish for Risache. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Outside Brunson. Good work there as it goes.
Now he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of it. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Clint Capella out there with George Niang. Then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Bufkin in at the 1. So that's the Hawks 5. Payne, the pass to Achua. Towns, left side. Out of bounds, it'll be Hawks ball. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Here's Risache. Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Risache's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
The three from Risache. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
On the wing, Daniels. Brunson defending. The floater. Daniels misses. Knicks trail by 11. Hart passes to Brunson. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
As much as you like Jalen Brunson, he believes in himself more than you do. Confidence translated.
Here's Young. Book it. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Outside Brunson. And he can't get that one. Good D by Kangwoo. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Oh, Young with the power move.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
Brunson against Young. And it's in there. Brunson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Risache. Three-pointer. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns looking for an opening. Brunson passes to Hart. Now here's Towns. Out to Bridges. Puts up a three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Pass to Young. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Risache. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Bridges passes to Hart. Takes a three. And it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Team seconds. At the line for 2, Daniels.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Now a timeout called by New York. They're down by 6. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And knocks down the 3.
And Bridges at the most advantageous spot to get to that corner 3. He's comfortable from there.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Lets the 3 fly. Cash. And that one brings him within 1.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
2 shots.
And he ends up making the second, and that'll put him up 2. And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.